Hello and welcome to this After Effects certification preparation series of videos. We are on objective 1.2, which is communicate with colleagues and clients about project plans. I'm not going to read the slide to you, but we are going to go over these terms. Let's get us started. And here we go. Pre-production. Pre-production is the process of planning some of the elements involved in a film, television show, or play, etc., etc. And it's all of the planning stages. So anything you do before production, in other words, before you start shooting your video, that's pre-production. Planning your project. So again, this is on the test. These are things and terms that are on the test. So that's why I'm going through them. Even if right now you're thinking, what does this have to do with After Effects? Yeah, well, it has to do with working in the industry. And that is a full objective of the test. That if you look at the objectives, there's 5. This is a full one. So this is 20%. So anyway, when planning your projects, know your constraints. So know the budget, timeline, all of those things. Understand the process. Know exactly how it needs to be done and in which order for a successful outcome. And then define that strategy. You can't just start by doing whatever it is that you want to do. Things have to be done in a pretty particular order. So make sure that you plan and strategize what order you're going to use for that. Know what a shot list is. A close-up, VO as in voiceover, pan left, a pet up, which is pedestal up. So there is a series of words that are used during pre-production and then, of course, during production to designate certain camera movements. Dolly, pan, pet up, pet down, right? Ped standing for pedestal, as in like the camera is in a pedestal and it would be like a pet up or pet down. And those are usually shots that you can do with a crane, a jib, or of course, a drone. So there you go. This would be a good example of what a shot list looks like. Don't forget things like close-up, medium close-up, bird's eye, wide shot, etc., etc. Script writing. This one is almost self-explanatory. So it's writing down the movement, action, expression, and dialogue of the characters in the screenplay in screenplay format. All right, so there are apps that help you with that, but never mind that. That's not in the test. Then you have a storyboard. So what is a storyboard? A storyboard is a graphic organizer that consists of illustrations or images displayed in a sequence. So, you write like these almost like comic book things with cells that just help the client and you, quite frankly, pre-visualize what's going to happen in the animation or movie, commercial, whatever it is that you're working on. All right, so moving on. Designing compositions or sketches. These are an external representation aid for visualization and evaluation. So, it just helps with custom design and posture and that sort of thing. Then we have style guides. Quite frankly, I don't know too many people who don't work with these. These are like style sheets that help you with numbers, with hexadecimal numbers. You can see them here, or RGB numbers, things that help your production keep the brand of whatever company or product or anything that you're working with. So this is extremely important. Then you have animatics. An animatic is a sequence of shots, often with sound effects. It's like an animated storyboard. So you can see it in here. This is an animatic. It's just an animation really depicting what's going to happen. Project specifications. A project specification is a document used for successful project management that blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to finish reading this because quite frankly, you can read it as well. Make sure that in your project specifications document, you list everything that you need. This is going to really help you, especially later on if there's any kind of misunderstandings with the client. You have it written down. So now everything is in black and white, in ink and paper, and there can be no mistake. Hey, project specification, you said this frame size, this frame rate, blah, blah, blah. Then you have things like milestones, the different milestones that you're going to have to know which part of the project you are in. So we all know milestones. So the pre-production is done. The script writing is done. It was approved. That's a milestone. Boom, done. Now we go into production. After all the production just closes, hey, that's a milestone. Now we go into post-production and so forth and so forth. I don't know too many people that don't know what a deadline is. That is the date in which, hey, it has to be done by this date. All right, so, fairly easy concept to understand. Deliverables is what your client will get. Sometimes it's just the video, it's just the print, it's just this, it's just that, and sometimes it's a series of different products. All of those will be very clearly marked in the deliverables. I will deliver, or my company will deliver, the video, the pamphlet, the script, the music, whatever it is, right? So deliverables, it's what was promised to the client. Then you have different file types, a little bit different than codecs, right? You have Windows Media, you have Flash, CR2, like that's RAW. So you can see them in here, DNG, MP3, etc., etc. So these are the file format standard that would be used for encoding the computer file. All righty. And this brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.